Welcome to Be Bold Branding, where we discuss the power of differentiating yourself through your own unique story and standout personal brand. Today, we are going to share with you some critical things that your personal brand is probably missing, especially if you are like 90% of the rest of the world. Now, we all like to think we're not like 90% of the rest of the world. We're in that special 10%, right? And you may be, which would be awesome. But what if you're not? What if you're not? So today, personal branding is a whole lot more than a logo, a photo, and a tagline. It's an entire ecosystem that presents you to your prospects and clients in a way that is authentic, purposeful, and memorable. Okay. So today we're going to share 5 elements that 90% of personal brands are missing. 5 critical elements. I'm Tanya Eberhardt, the founder of BrandFace. We help business stars differentiate themselves, and we do that through personal branding.
Hey guys, I'm Michael Carr. I'm the COO of BrandFace. I was actually a client before I became a partner in the company. We're the only comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe. We're going to jump right in today about these 5 critical elements, right? The first missing element in 90% of all personal brands is a different and compelling story. If you follow us for 5 seconds, you're going to figure out right quick that we're all about points of differentiation, right? There's only one you, okay? You're made special and unique. We all have the same traits and emotions and things like that as humans, but we're all uniquely different. And you have a story. And that story, no doubt, plays into why you're in the professions that you're in. Real estate agents, you're real estate agents for a reason. Attorneys, mortgage brokers, it doesn't matter what you are. Your life story has led you to desire to be in that profession, right? So being transparent and authentic in your approach so your customers know exactly what you offer and why they should choose you over another agent. Your brand should always, your story, if you will, the culture that you're building should always answer these 5 questions. What sets you apart?
Write these down.
Who you serve, how you serve them, what qualifies you to serve them, and how does that make their life different? All right. So in all of your messaging and your differentiation, you must ask that questions to yourself and answer those questions for your potential clients.
All right. The number 2 thing that 90% of personal brands are missing is a strong brand identifier. Now, you might refer to that as a slogan or a tagline, and that's fine. We call it a brand identifier because we feel like that's exactly what it does. It identifies the brand, what you stand for, what you want people to know about you moving forward, how they feel about you and doing business with you. So the problem with a lot of taglines today, though, is they're boring and they don't stand out. And so if you have one of those, then you're definitely going to want to change that, right? So a strong brand identifier is something that is compelling, it's unique. And why are these so important? Why is that such a critical element in a brand? Well, think of your brand like a book. Your brand is your story. So if you are trying to tell your story in a book, well, you can't put the entire contents of the story on the cover of the book. So you've got to have that marketing hook, if you will, that brand identifier that somebody can see, that 75-mile-an-hour glance, right? It's like, boom, that's different. What's that? That's interesting. Let me learn more. And a brand identifier is designed to kind of set the tone, to kick open the door to the brand, to get people to want to learn more about you. So that's the second thing that most brands are missing, is a strong brand identifier.
Yep. And the third critical thing that most brands are missing is a purposeful and professional photo shoot. Now, I'm going to break this down for you guys because I didn't say photo shoot. I didn't say they were missing photo shoot. So those of you who say, well, I've had a photo shoot, I can check out. No, you can't, because you got to ask yourself these very critical questions about that. Is it professional, right? And is it purposeful? Yeah, like you have to answer those questions with it because they're both very, very critical. We've heard that a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? It has to be the right 1,000 words in the right picture. You could have a really strong messaging in your brand. You can have a great brand identifier, but if your photo shoot does not portray those words that you're saying, then you've got an automatic disconnect in your brand, and it is polarizing. It is not attractive. And that can happen just like that. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, do my photos represent the image that I'm trying to display? You got to consider the pose, the smile, the wardrobe. You got to try several different outfits. Don't just show up with one on your photo shoots. Consider the props and lifestyle images that you want to portray the very things that you're talking about. When people in our program do their photo shoot, they meet with our stylist first, and they go through a Zoom meeting with him, and he really helps them pick that wardrobe. He'll say, literally, take me to your closet. Take me to the drawer. Let me see what you got. Let me put on a couple of colors and let me see what makes your eyes pop, your complexion pop, things like that. And by the time he gets done with meeting with them, the stylist has read through their branding message. Listen to what I just said. By the time our stylist gets to that photo or that styling session, he's already read about their messaging for their brand. He knows what they're trying to portray with this outfit that they're going to be paying and wearing, and then also how to pass that instructional sheet on to their photographer to be sure that they capture that word, with that, capture all of that story.
And
very important.
And I want to add this. We've been doing this for years, and we see photo shoots all the time. And I can pick out almost every time, so can our team. We can pick out almost every time an outfit somebody did not feel comfortable in, or their favorite outfit, because it shows in the way they smile, the way they hold their posture, the twinkle in their eyes. You can tell instantly when somebody doesn't feel comfortable in a specific outfit. So we want to make sure you feel like $1,000,000 going into that no matter what you wear,
you feel very confident.
Absolutely.
Clothes don't make a person, right? But clothes make a person feel better. So you got to be in the right clothes and feel that. It's important.
Yep, you do. Okay, so the number 4 critical element that is missing from 90% of personal brands: unrelenting consistency. This probably should have been Michael, since it's
should have been mine.
It should have. I'm stealing it from you, but you can add on to it if you want. So what we mean is consistency in 2 different things. Number 1, a consistency in the look and feel. You don't want one totally different look in one place and a different look in another place, right? Your social media channels should all be consistent. They should also match the business card. They should match the personalized note card. They should match the billboards and the yard signs, and all of those things should really be cohesive, right? They should really match so that there's consistency. Otherwise, you feel like if you're seeing something different everywhere you look, you have 5, let's just say you see somebody's brand in 5 different places. If you see 5 different things, there's nothing that holds your attention, that there's no repetitiveness to that. If they're seeing something that is the same in all 5 of those, a background image might be the same. The brand identifier, the logo might be the same. There's consistency across the board in the color schemes and everything. They begin to feel that consistency. Okay, that's one way we talk about being consistent. The other consistency part is consistently putting it out there, right? So there's a look and feel, and then there's consistently putting your brand out there. You cannot have attendees to a party unless you put out the invitations, right? So you want to be consistently putting it out there, because those people win every single time.
Consistency wins the game.
Sure does.
Every time, guys. No matter what it is, sporting event, doesn't matter. Business, it's exact same play, okay? Number 5, an educated outside vantage point. I cannot tell you how important this is. And so many people miss it because they're in their own head, okay? And we deal with clients all over the country. We deal with clients in other countries. It's always the same story. We get inside our heads. I know this because I was inside of my own head, had an idea of what I needed with some branding elements and things like that. I didn't even really know I was trying to build a brand until I met this beautiful lady right here. She showed me exactly what that meant and then how to build that culture. And that is why our company continues to grow, now expanding into 3 different states. Okay. It's because you got to have an educated person showing you what to do. Listen, you don't go to the brick mason to fix your tooth, guys. Don't do it. But I can't tell you how many times people say, well, I'm going to the brick mason because my tooth hurts. Like, it happened. And we just like, okay, well, when he just knocks your tooth out, right? I guess you'll be free of your tooth pain. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, guys. You cannot read the label when you're inside the jar. A vast majority of people, no matter the industry, struggle to define their own brand fully because they only see what they see in the mirror. Well, guess what? What I see in the mirror isn't what she sees when she looks at me. It's not what y'all are seeing now looking at me. You have to have that outside voice saying this, and it needs to be educated, because all your friends, they'll be dream killers. They'll shoot you down.
Yep.
And they'll shoot you down. And let me tell you something, unless they are a partner or an owner of the only comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe, which means if it's on, like, it can only be us, I assure you they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to the brand. So don't listen to them.
There's a lot of people that
really
get marketing mixed up with branding, and marketing and branding are two very different things.
You're very different.
And branding just means the look of something is very different from a full comprehensive brand of tell me the full story. So there are a lot of surface branders out there, but there aren't a lot of deep branders.
There's a lot of brand promoters. There's a lot of brand promoters, guys. There are no brand builders. You're looking at them. Like, it's serious. And it's amazing to me, the people are going to have, I'm going to go do some marketing and I'm going to come back and spend some money on my branding. If you haven't done your branding first, you've wasted your marketing. Listen to an educated voice that did it for 20 years before you met her, and started doing it correctly right off the bat and saw results nearly immediately, and have seen results every year since then. Every year, guys. So,
yep. All right. So those are the 5 things. Let's just sum it up here for you real quick. The 5 critical elements missing from 90% of personal brands. Number 1, a different and compelling story.
Number 2, a strong brand identifier.
3, a purposeful and professional photo shoot.
Number 4, unrelenting consistency.
And 5, an educated outside vantage point. All right, guys. So if you have questions about your brand or want to learn more about us, head to discussyourbrand.com and schedule a free session with our team. And we'll talk about your challenges, your goals, and see if we can get you and your brand where you deserve to be.
Yep. Hey, guys, it's all about prosperity. And we know at BrandFace that prosperity favors the bold. So we say be bold, especially with your brand, especially in 2021. And thank you, Ms. Tom.
Thank you, Michael. All right, guys. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Brought to you by BrandFace, the only comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe.